Right, so part 2 of the stream of today. I hope everything is okay. I hope this time the description and the title will stay as I want it to stay. Let me check. Yeah, part 2, okay. So, as you can see behind me, there is a Semcope, which we're going to do some more refurb on the original disk drives that are in there, because I've learned some stuff during the last month and want to see if that helps getting a couple of them revived. Though I'm not sure, I have 3 drives here that I want to check. I'm not sure if I have enough belts for them, but we'll see. At least 2 have good belts, so that's not a problem. Let's share the link here. On Facebook again, as always. Oh, part 2. That's 1. And where did I just put part 2 on my timeline? Yeah, okay. This is in 3 groups. Oh, and let's post it in Semcope, you know, because Right, so I think audio is okay. I didn't put on any music at the moment, though I could play this tape here, but it will just get some bleeps and blobs. I don't expect much music from those tapes. Right. Just putting some windows next to each other so I can read everything what you're saying here. So, I have this drive from Soren for a couple of times already. I replaced the belt the first time, and it did load a couple of drives, but not all. And for some reason, I think I got something out. It seems to be the motor. So I pulled out the motor, as you can see. There's no motor in there. But that's because I needed to access the positions of the capacitors inside this drive, and there are 3 in this one, as far as I can see. And that's because I and Gledil shared information about replacing these capacitors really made a big difference with the drives getting back to original state, you know, as new. So that's what I want to try as well. And I have the capacitors somewhere. Just have to look them up. And I have absolutely no idea where to put those. So I really wonder where did I put them? They're not here. They're not here. Where did I put those drive capacitors? Oh, I think I know. There must be somewhere here. In this box here. Hidden behind a lot of other stuff. Oh man, I should have worked on this ages ago. And people still say this is a tidy up room, but it's actually not that tidied because there's a lot of stuff here. So it's invisible to see what's in these bags, so let's open it up and show you from close. So, Syncope showing its beautiful colors in the back. I like that a lot. Who doesn't? So we have lots of capacitors, and I think I'm going to grab a assortment thing. Oops, sorry. Because I have a couple of them somewhere. Just a second, please. Yeah, I got one here. So let's put those so I can reach them easily. But I have more types than space in this box here. I don't want that. Why do you have so many types here? Alright, and that I know why. Let me try to find a document concerning this. Yeah. So let me share this document with you. So I created this document here about the capacitors after talking with Ian and reading his posts. So there are actually I at least found two types of floppy drives which have different capacitor values and types. And the most frustrating thing is that some of the capacitors are bipolar, which means they do not have a plus and minus pole, but you can twist them around if you need to. But it was quite hard to find the correct types of those. So it's important when you are performing maintenance on these drives to get the correct values. Hence I created this page here. So if you Google for Syncope drive capacitors and add ByteDelight to the search query, then you will get to this page. And it will show exactly the values that you need. And I've made some photos with details. Let me check. It says bipolar, he says bipolar. But actually let me check. Yeah, so I put a plus here, but I don't think that's correct. I think the plus shouldn't actually be shown on a photo because it's a bipolar transistor. Capacitor. The same with the 1 microfarad. It's also bipolar. But so I added a plus, but it's really nonsense because these are bipolar. I added the pluses because I thought that the capacitor just didn't show the minus side on the markings on the capacitor itself, but there is no polarity, so hence I shouldn't have put the plus and minus on them. It's not a big issue here, it's just for reference, so you should be fine if you get exactly these types here, which are shown here. And of course it also always depending on if Farnell or Mouser has these parts in stock. But at this moment, at the moment I bought them I think 2 months ago, those were in stock plenty, so that wasn't an issue back then. Anyway, let's get to the drives. I will use this document myself. But hey William, you can get a reasonable range of bipolar caps from audio full suppliers. Cool. Well, yeah, I'm not sure if there are online stores like Farnell or Mouser that like them, that have the same detailness as those have for finding the correct part, because the footprint on the board is important as well, and the voltage and so on. I think I was able to find the exact correct part, but I haven't checked it, so this is the first time I'm actually going to check if these parts are completely correct, but I have a good feeling about it. So for this moment I will stick with the part numbers that are here, and let's see, I have a 1 microfarad, and this doesn't say it's bipolar, but this isn't bipolar. So my question is, no, these aren't correct ones, so I need 1 microfarad bipolar ones, and those are these ones. Yep. So I can put them in this box here. And I know this could get me lots of extra service requests for these drives, but once I know this will actually work, then either me or Ian can service these drives in the future. Yeah, I think it's easier to get them for final Moser. Alright, so this is 1 microfarad. I'm just adding some labels here. I think it's important to do it correctly in the first time. 1 microfarad. Ah, come on, man. Microfarad by what? Bipolar. And no, it's not needed to add part numbers on these labels because I have a document for that. So there's 1. Just can go. And now the next one. This is 2.2, and also bipolar. This one is the 2.2 non-bipolar, so that's the wrong one. That's or those before I knew about the specific need requirements. So this is 10 microfarads, standard type, 10 micro, and then we only need 22 micro, but it's in a second. Right. And these should be 22s, yes. These are quite big, but I think it's the same size as the original ones. They look bigger than the actually are because they're in the on the tape, so they look bigger. But they're actually the same size. I think Ian gave me some of the part numbers. So thank you, Red Ian, if you're watching. So I got plenty of oil, so I'm able to service at least, what is it, 10 or more of these drives now. But these weren't cheap, so if you need to have your drive serviced, then expect about 15 or 20 pounds to get it done. Maybe more because of the time that is involved. I have to check. And, the issue is that those drives are not available anywhere. I've checked over and over again. And so the best thing is to use the original drive, and I hope that Common Pidget himself also, where is it, Pickett, I'm not sure, also refurbishes these drives himself, because I think it's important to get the original drives working. Alright, so my set of capacitors for Samcoupé is ready. I think I should add a small label for what it actually is. Maybe I have one of it here, so let's finish that. These are Samcoupé drive caps. Yeah, there's a belt in this Citizen drives, so you need to replace it as well, but this drive already had a new one. So. Yeah, I think I should buy more of these belts. I'm not sure where I got them from back then, but as my business improved, I also improved my administration of where I get those parts, so I will probably I'm probably able to find it in my emails and so, you know. Don't think it will be the biggest issue. Sam Copre drive caps. And maybe belts in the future. There's some space left here, so why not? Right, first let's see what it's doing at this moment, or should I just... No, I think I will just go on replace them, because I already know that this drive does work, but not all discs actually work properly, so I want to find out if it really indeed makes a difference to replace those caps, and I'm very certain of that because Ian told me. Oh, the only ways. Oh man, how will I get these out? Okay. I thought I wasn't able to see the actual soldering points, but I can see them. So let's try to get them out. This is a 22, and maybe before continuing, it's good to first make a photo of the current ones, how they're installed. I really don't want to use hot air. I hope this will work. But I'm not sure. I'm a bit skeptical. I can't even reach them properly, so that's that will be a bit hard. So the question is, can I reach that spot here? Oh, I said I wanted to make a photo, so let's continue with that. You know, the photos on my website also show the same information, but I just want to make sure that I'm not getting rid of any information that's important. Well, for some reason it's very hard to reach the pads to reflow. I'm just burning plastic at the moment, but it's hard to see the solar pads themselves. I can see them now, but yeah, they're loose. I'm not sure what kind of solder they used, but it's really hard to add. Okay, this one side, really hard to get them off correctly. Okay, wow, that was hard. That wasn't easy. It looks like the contacts are corroded or something. So, oh no, there are pads underneath. There are pads to. So in the factory, most probably they put on these capacitors with some adhesive pads, and then put them in the oven. It looks like that, but I'm not sure. Huh? I don't know. It's hard to see, or it's just corrosion. I'm not sure. It's really hard to see what's going on here. I think I will put the temperature a bit up. And I'm not sure what's going on here. Okay, let's clean up again. I'm afraid it's going to take some time to solve this. It's not easy. What the hell did they put on here? Hey, Patrick. Well, William, you can get it some Coupe and send me the drive. No, I'm just joking. I've way too much work already, and if you look only at this guy, which drive I'm currently working on, I think his stuff was here for 5 months or something, you know. One of the reasons was, by the way, that he sent me more stuff than he originally told me he was going to send. But anyway, still working on it. What on earth? I think it's pieces of the plastic from the capacitor that is still stuck. That's what it looked like. Yeah, I think it is. Not easy. But the pads are almost clean, and this is only the first capacitor, you know. I have 2 more of these. I'm not sure what they did. I think looking at the pads of these capacitors, I have the feeling that they are required for some power things, and I can imagine that if these go bad and old, and especially if they're used a lot by the drives, that they need to be replaced fairly soon in their lifespan. But still cleaning up the pads here from one capacitor, you know, it's ridiculous. If I had a microscope I could show you, but I don't have one here. So it's better, it's not perfect. And as with everything, the first time you're doing something, it will take more time. So this is the first time I'm doing these capacitors, and so it's not that strange. It will cost me a bit more time than when I've done more of these. Still a bit of remainder of the plastic on the pads. It's really strange. Okay, I think this is enough. So this looks clean. Yeah, this is clean. Okay. I know the PC200, and I sold all the ones that I had in the past. But there is a PC200 Facebook group, Patrick, so I suggest to head over there and ask those people about the manual and so. Alright. Oh, I was looking for a photo. I have so many things in my mind at this moment, so I'm a bit distracted from time to time, but we'll get there. So let's get a 22 microfarads here and put it in. I hope soldering them on is easier than getting them off. Must be. those are exactly the same type, so that's cool. So let's grab it and put it in. Nope. I don't think I specifically like these capacitors because they're a real pain of handling. Oh, they go everywhere. Oh, come on. That's one side. And let's see. I think it's positioned quite well. Yeah, it must be okay. And now let's check if we can reach the other side again, because it's just under a piece of metal here. It's hard to see if the contact is actually connected well. I think so. I think so. Yeah, this seems okay. So the legs of these capacitors are sticking out just a bit, and I think it's good enough to just hold on the soldering iron to it again for a bit, and then the solder will just go under it. Yeah, it must be okay. Okay, that was the first one. So now for a second one. One of the bipolar ones. And this one is a bipolar, let me check on the photos. The upper photo. 1 microfarad here. So let's grab one to start with. And let's just make sure I'm not using the old one again. That was a lot easier. Let's clean up the pads. So I wonder if there is actually a video of someone doing this already on YouTube, because this isn't done very often, I think. And I really hope it does make a difference. Because in my experience, drives do not get bad or something easily. It's often that they're dirty, but not that they're don't work anymore. But the thing is that the Citizen type is a completely different way of how they're built. For example, the head is on the side instead of on the back of the drive. That's one strange thing, but. I also don't know why Miles Gordon Technology chose these types, but anyway, because they better have just chosen an IBM standard drive. It's easier to replace. Unfortunately, those fit in the Sam Coupe, but not with the original front piece. You know, that's the problem. Another 22, it seems. So we need 2 22 in disk drives. Right, that got out as well, but the same as with the first 22. So I think they're leaking or something. Ow, oh. Ow, 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 ow. I think, yeah, I'm almost certain that they have leaked, because there's some residue on the bottom, some green substance, and I don't think that's the board itself. And it seems that those 22, yeah, I'm certain of it. I wish I could show you, because it's quite obvious. So these 22 microfarad capacitors have gone bad over the years. So most probably they weren't the best quality in the beginning. Hence it's hard to clean the pads. But as always, perseverance always wins. So I will just get it on and clean it up. Or as Louis Rosman stated, scrapey scrapey. So we're going to scrape it. It works well. Makes a huge difference. Scrapey scrapey. I like watching Louis's videos. I was watching a video from almost 4 hours today from him. A Q&A video. He does this from time to time. And if you don't know him, he repairs MacBooks, Apple MacBooks. But he just hates Apple. But anyway, I don't like Apple as well. I'm allergic to apples. So keep it with Windows and Android, and you know, I have absolutely no problem with those platforms. Unless someone wants them to use an Apple, it's completely up to them. I just don't use them. Alright, so these pads are clean as well, but the reason that this is going faster is that they're easier to reach. And I really want to make sure to get rid of all the stuff that was on them. So this one is clean as well. Now we can get the second 22 on, and it's quite easy because you don't have to worry about polarity, because the feed of the capacitors have a kind of a shape which corresponds to the silk screen on the board itself, so that's easy to find. And the furthest in. It actually went quicker than I thought because of the first one going so badly, but anyway, these are in. Double check if the connections are okay, but I think they're perfectly fine. Right, let's get in the motor here, which is simple. It's just getting this onto the motor in some way. Let's use this one here, bias, tweezers. Yeah, nope. Is that okay or is it not? Yes, it's okay. Righty. So, it's back in. I just need to find the screws with this one here. And of course, I'm really curious about the results of this one. So 3 capacitors in this model, and let's hope that's everything. I have three screws here, and I think I need all of them, but one of them is longer than the others. There's really no reason, so I'm not sure where the longer one should be, but I don't think it matters much. Oh. So the Citizen drives, when used in the Semcoupe, use these small boards from MGT, where the floppy disk controller chip is on, soldered on, and that's because the chips back in the days most probably were quite expensive, And in the meantime, they dropped two prices for let's say about £2 or something. But that was a year ago, and nowadays these cost again about 10 euros or so, £8 each. So they're quite expensive again, because the stock is decreasing and they're still harder to get every day. So let's see. I really wonder if this makes a difference. Let's put on the top enclosure and slide it in to see if it really makes a difference. Oh, I see why there was one longer screw here. Okay. So one goes through the top of the case, and the other ones are shorter. Okay, I get it. But I really think they should have just used ordinary drives instead of these slimline drives. Why did they do that? Anyway. More screws. I saved everything, but didn't expect it to be here. Right. So the other question is, hey, okay. This is mine, and I want to perform the same refurbishment on that model as well. But I just want to make sure this is working now. So let's boot it up. It should go off now. Not sure why it's still loading. It is loading, but that sounds good. I just want to try some different discs now and see if everything works as it should. I had one disc, but I think it was a game that was working. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this was Soren's or mine, but it doesn't matter. So let's check some different discs. What's on here? Flash. Loads quite well. It's extremely fast. If you hear it ticking, then you can see it on screen, by the way. So this works like a treat. Let's try another one. Let's try this one. Let's do a reset. It does sound a lot better. Why is nothing here? There's nothing in this disc, I think. Okay, let's try a couple of games. It sounds better than it was, but I cannot compare it because I should just maybe have checked it before. But as you can see, it loads up without any problem. And this drive didn't load everything, so I really want to see if everything loads now. You know, that's the most important. So let's load some games here. I don't know what's on this disc. Oh man, it's so fast. Oh here, there's the sector error. Well, it could be the disc, so don't worry. Don't worry. We're going to continue this. There's another sector error. Okay, but I'm not sure about the quality of these discs. Anyway, we're just continuing. Oh, let me just switch screens here so you can see what's going on. Okay, that works. Sam Tasworth 2, okay, I'm curious about that. Works quite well. Right, Tasworth is okay. Master basic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create 2 stacks here, one with discs that seem to work okay and one with discs that are questionable. So I know that in the future as well. But I think it's a lot better. But I wonder, I had some games, but where did I put them? Where did I put the games? In here maybe? Sometimes work. Okay, that's those then. And these don't work. Okay, that's cool. I want to know that. But I wonder where my games are. I have more games. Ah, Lemmings. Alright, let's try Lemmings. I think Lemmings didn't work at first. No DOS. Why? Why? Okay. I don't know the commands. I'm not that into Samcoupé that much. This says no DOS. I have no idea if it still works. The disk is cracked as well. Oh, it's really badly cracked. So this probably doesn't work anymore, but anyway, let's continue with some other disks here then. Ooh, this is cool. Death demo. Not sure if it sounds okay, but still need to add memory to this one. It does seem more reliable than it was before, so I think this worked quite well. Do we have some other demos here? Car demo, behind closed doors. Are there more demos on here? Sweet. Okay, let's try car demo. Okay, well, there's a car. What does it do? Oh, it rides. It drives. What else can it do? Nothing. This is stupid. Who thought of this? Anyway, let's go on. But I have a good feeling about getting these drives back to work. Finally some sound. Okay, what's in here? Font collection, distorter, magnifier. I have absolutely no idea. Let's press something. Yeah, we saw that already. Editorial, okay. So I opened the editorial. Yeah. Okay, cool, but okay, this works. It seems much more discs work now than in the past. And I will check those discs that said they didn't work. That could be interesting, of course. No DOS. Second time we had that. Not sure why. Maybe the disk was formatted or something, I don't know. Format demo disk. Okay. Readme, Sam diary, colors, V-ships, bubbles. Oh wow. Okay. It works, but it's garbage. Oh, I shouldn't have pressed reset when the disk is in. Sorry, because I don't know if this machine already had a fix for that. This is the same. It's the same. What the hell? It is the same. It's exactly the same disk. Alright, same print. That's not, I don't know. Well, I have to test it, you know. Not sure what it's doing. Loading error. That doesn't work. Next, style writer. No DOS, okay, doesn't work as well. But more disks work than disks that don't work, so that's good. What's this? C. Press any key. I'm pressing any key. What? This is full of shit. Okay, it works, but half only. So let's continue. Loading error. Another one. Call it dump. This doesn't seem to work. What is it doing? Another loading error. That doesn't work. Right, next one. Sam News disk. Another loading error. Maybe now I have to clean the heads. I'm not sure. Because everything is giving me loading errors at this moment. So I have the feeling that the head is messed up at this moment. This one is loading. Right? Oh, it's just resetting. Why? Okay, it doesn't do anything. Sam Paint is not working. Sam News disk. That does seem to work. Loading main menu. Right. What's on here? I don't think this is that interesting. Loads quite well. Okay. This disk is okay. Okay, this one is okay as well. Okay, I believe this will work, but let's continue to something special. Okay, here we have Prince of Persia, and I know from this disc that it sometimes worked and sometimes didn't work. So let's see what it does now. And here there's some disk reading error. I think it continued. I think the disk read error was on purpose. Someone told me, so it was probably that's a copy protection. Isn't this cool? I should spend some time in this game, I really like it. Oh, I died. Ah, dang it. Still alive. I know that this is kind of hard. Oh, why did I die again? Oh, I think you just have to be more careful at that point. Let's try it once more. I want to know. I know I've played this game a lot in the past, not on Sam Coupe, but on other machines. But man. Oh. Okay, so. Okay, that's one way. Now let's try it again. Yeah, we managed it. Now I have to walk or jump. Yeah, I'm still alive. What's here? Okay. Oh no, I died again. Don't. Ah! Okay. For the Prince of Persia works just fine. Let's keep that one. MGT Disciple Disk Tornado compiler. Oh, I know Tornado. I didn't know that MGT brought it as well. No DOS. Ah! I'm not sure how to catalog the drive actually. Can someone help me out? Let's try to find a manual or something online because I haven't used Sam Coupe a lot. Sorry. Sam Coupe manual. Here it is. It was easy. Software, beginners basic, everyday basic sound effects, expanding the system, add-ons, text and graphic, communications, run save, input. But why can't I find anything about the floppy drive? Sorry for the light, some light coming in here. Let's see, super on keyboard, shift, delete, saving, loading. I don't think there's anything about the disk drive in here. Some basic. disk drives, chapter 10. Dir, which examines the directory of a disk, but what parameters does it use? It doesn't say. Okay, so I need to load a OS from disk. Okay, how do I get to basic then? Yeah. Not in the mode that I wanted, but anyway, can I use this one there now? Yeah. So the Tornado is on the disk here. The only problem is that there's no DOS on this disk as well. Anyway, it works. Maybe I can check the values now. Oh, the disk is working, so. No, Lemmings doesn't work. And the disk is cracked and doesn't want to come out anyway. Oh man, come on. Disk is stuck. I hate this. Let's switch it up. This is not fun. Come on, get out. Stupid disk. Okay, I got out. I think I have to throw the disk away. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't work and the disk is cracked, so there's no way of keeping that. The only thing I wonder is if the disk indeed doesn't work, or if it's because of the cracked disk itself, because it's really cracked. And I wonder if it can be saved when using another donor disk or something. Should I try it? It's ridiculous, I know. Let's put it here. Maybe we will someday. Not now. Okay, next one. Let's see. Power on. What's in here? Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm not using it anymore. Okay, next one. That's working. SAM Communications. Oh, this is just an introduction. So I want to have a stack of disks that do work. These need to be booted from another disk first, so I won't bother. But it seems most disks are just working fine. Let's put a piece of paper on them, that some of them do work. Bad or no DOS. Not sure what the purpose of this is. This actually requires more memory, so it shouldn't work. And also says no DOS. So anyway, let's go to the disks that say they don't work. Most probably they still don't, but let's see. Okay, no clock detected, no hard disk detected. Okay. What's going on here? It resets. Somewhat. Doubling memory. Oh, okay. some could pay 1 megabyte. Yeah, sure. Okay, what's it doing? We will now return to reality. Okay. That was all. So what it's doing then? It's not doing anything. Anyway, let's get to the next. It does work, but maybe indeed it requires more memory. Anyway. Right. So this back set, they don't work, but they load just fine. Was this in saying that? Some revival, let's see, it's a more recent disk, of course. I don't think it will work. Nope. Okay, indeed those do not work that well. So now we have sometimes work, and of these I would expect now to have better results than in the past, but let's check it out. Let's check them out. Cool. Sound deck. I don't have a sound deck. I can make one. Because I made those tools in the past. Let's use a sound chip. Another error. Right. The disk is very unreliable. But what I want to do is do one attempt of cleaning the head again. Let's see if it doesn't matter in any way, but I don't think so. But the only thing I can say for sure is that there's not much more you can do with these drives than what we just did. So it should help, and if it doesn't, then the drive needs replacement, which is impossible. So good luck with that. So let's do a head cleaning and see if it makes any difference. But I don't think so, and I think these discs are bad as well. But anyway. So I wish I had more discs, of which I'm certain of that they are working, but I don't have them. So I have to do it with the ones I got here. Right. No, still doesn't work. So the strange thing is that it sometimes works and sometimes not, but I'm not sure if that's a drive or a disk. It's hard to tell. It did work a bit, but now it doesn't work anymore. think many of these discs are just very unreliable. Not the drives, but the disc in this case. So I think I just have to stick with the discs that are working. But I actually tested all the discs I have here, and I think in the end it seems that only this stack works without much issues. So let's test those again and see what happens. These give a loading error as well. I don't like that at all. Why does that disc don't work properly anymore? Okay, now it works. So it's still a bit of a hit and miss on these discs, and I'm not sure. Maybe I should try to use one of those replacement drives from Colin Pickett to see if that solves the problems with reading these discs that are now labeled as bad. It could make a change. I'm not sure. I have no way of checking it except for checking one of my own drives, of course. No, it seems to work just fine, you know, so it's, I find it hard. But what I want to do here is get this one out, because I cannot do anything more than what I already did on this drive. And then grab my own drive and see if it makes much of a difference. Because I haven't replaced the capacitors in this one. So I want to see if the discs that were working really just fine in the other drive, if they still work in this drive as well. And if so, if many of the other discs also work on this drive, because this one seems a bit better, I'm not sure. Okay, this one is just fine. Let's check a couple of the other discs here. Alright. Just want to check a couple of titles here and see if I can find any problems on this drive here. Okay, no problem here. Okay, so it seems that the other drive that doesn't have problems with these discs, that, oh come on, that is all load okay with this drive as well. So the main question then is, will more discs work with this drive? Because if so, then the problem is still in that drive. See, this disc works just fine in this drive. That's a bit discouraging, because it could mean that the drive is still not in perfect shape. So this is just fine, you know. Let's check some more discs in. disks seem to work fine in this drive, and that's really a pain, because that makes it seem that having this one refurbished doesn't make that much of a difference, and that's a pity. So now, yeah, what can we do about it? I want to check some more disks, but I really have a feeling that it is a problem with this drive still. And I wonder what I could check. What else can I check with these drives, you know? We could swap the floppy controller, maybe. Could make a difference. Maybe there's a problem with the quality of the soldering. Let's check. I don't think so, but yeah, you never know. You could just reflow them, you know. A lot of flux remainders there, and there's one capacitor, so maybe we can change as well. Let's just do that. Let's clean up first, and let's just replace the capacitor on the drive. The floppy disk controller chip board. Right. Let's first get rid of the old flux remainders here. Alright, so there's one. Now the other side is also dirty, so let's do that. And I wonder what else we could do on these drives to make them as new again. So we did about all we could do. But I think it's just that the drives are just old and unreliable, it seems. I really hoped that we could get them back as new again. Right, let's replace that capacitor. So this is a 22 microfarad 50 volts. It says 50, but I cannot believe that because it's too tiny for that. It's strange. Okay, so let's see if this makes a change, but I don't think so. But we can always try, of course. There's no reason why not. If it doesn't work, then we know that, and we can just tell people that they have to find a replacement, for example the ones that Colin sells with an ordinary PC drive. If that's a solution, then we can do that. So there's another capacitor on this board now, and we can still try to replace the Western Digital floppy controller. But first, let's get mine out. Let's see if replacing that capacitor makes any difference, because it has to do with signal integrity, of course. sure this will fit. It will be a bit harder because it's not aligned. Yeah, it will go on. Okay, let's see. Now that immediately gives a sector error, but it did work just fine with the other drive, you know. So I wonder, what else can we do? I know there's a resistor on this board here, but I have no idea what it is for. VR1. So I don't know. What else can I do? I could just try once to pull these connectors out and put them back in again. You never know. Maybe it makes a difference. Alright. What else is there to try? Okay, this one is not on the correct side here. Just a second. Yep, now it is. Alright. How does that work? Oh, it should go underneath here. Okay. Yes. Could it have something to do with grease, maybe? Oh, there's another connector here. Let's try it. Is it dirty? No, it's not dirty. It's double-sided though. Oh, that's right. Okay, let's put it back. So I want to swap the controller chip. I want to maybe put some new grease on the moving parts. You can do that. It's not a real issue, of course, but I just wonder how to get it on properly. Okay. Okay, there's some on there. Let's see if that helps. I'm going to try it again. And then we're going to swap the controller, and I haven't actually pulled that to see if that makes any difference, but let's try that first. Maybe, just maybe the pins are dirty, so we can check that because it's a cheap socket that's used, so you never know. Let's try that as well. Using a glass fiber cleaning pen here. They look a bit cleaner when I do this, so you never know. Right. Okay, let's test it again. Put the top closure on it. Still gives me the same error, so it really doesn't read as well as my own drive here. Even after replacing the capacitors. So let's grab a replacement controller chip. Yep. So I got exactly the same types here. Now the same error. I just want to know if it makes a difference when I use an because this was a VLSI chip. If I use a Western Digital chip, let's see. So my drive has a Western Digital controller on it. That's odd. It's not doing anything. Strange. Let's try it again. This shouldn't be an issue. Come on, I'm getting you. Yep. Doesn't read anything. That's all. Strange. Very strange. Tape loading error. I'm sorry, loading error. But why it's not working with just another brand of chip? I don't know. Let's try my drive with the VLSI chip. Just trying to rule out causes, you know. That works just fine. So, for some reason, his drive is not working with the Western Digital chip. I have absolutely no idea why not. It's a complete mystery to me. Now what else can I do? I don't know. So this model drive from myself is completely, quite different than the other one, and there's not much use of checking, comparing them. You know, that's the problem. So I know my drive works just fine without any problem. With many of the disks that didn't work with the other drive, but the other drive just doesn't work from time to time, and that's really a pain. So I have some more drives here, so what I'm going to do is check another drive and see if one of those work better. Maybe I can sell it to him, but I'm not sure of that yet. Get off, yes. Right, so this one has a build. I think it's a new one, I'm not sure. No, it's not. It's not a new one. It's completely garbage, so that will not do anything that is useful. So if I want to do anything with this, I need to replace the belt. What I can do is use his belt. So let's just do that. Let's see if this drive is better than the one from himself. Or what else I could do is try another motor, you know? You never know. Could be an idea. Swap motors and see if that makes any difference. Not now, but maybe later. Right. Oh, this motor is soldered. Okay, that's harder. Alright, so the gummy, this is just garbage. Let's get it off. It will be a bit tougher to get it off, but I hope it will work, because I'm very curious to try this one. Yeah, this is an original belt. Alright, let's get the replacement belt out of this one and put it on here. Won't be easy. I have no idea how I did it back months ago, but I want to try it. Yeah, looking at there. So this drive hasn't got any tests or maintenance whatsoever. So it's just simple try and attempt, you know, to see if it does anything. Alright. Belt is positioned in at one side now. Let's see where it should go. Hard to see. Yeah, it should go around there, okay. There's another roller there. Let's see if I can get it over with the roller. I think so. Yep, so it's in as it should. Yeah, that's fine. Now let's put it over the motor, which is quite hard. I don't know, I'm not sure what the best way of doing this is. Okay, it's in. It's still on its place, so it should be fine. Let's give it a roll for once. Yeah, it should be fine. Yep. So let's put back the screws and see what this drive does. And again, I haven't done anything with this drive before, so I have absolutely no clue of what it does, if it's actually working or not. So that's cool to find out, isn't it? What do you think? I think it's cool to find out. Some dust from inside this drive, but anyway, let's test it. Okay. First time testing this one. It actually loads up just fine, which is quite a surprise, if you ask me. Oh, there's still a track error, but it doesn't surprise me that much. This disc wasn't working in before, so I wonder if I should test this in one of my own drives here. Let's do that once, because I'm actually not sure if the disc is working at all. I cannot hear anything, but I would expect. Okay, let's do it again. It does load without any errors, but no, it doesn't do anything. I would have expected to have some music or something, sample music. Oh wait, this could be because of the lack of memory. So, okay, let's try to find something else. Let's try to use this game that didn't work before. Let's see what it does here. So on my drive this works perfectly fine. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. The question is if the drive that I just started to use works or not with this game, and if so, then we can check out some more discs. I didn't yet clean the heads, so let's do a quick clean of the heads. I'm still curious if the motor could do anything with it. So I would like to try once to swap a motor and see if that makes a difference. Until now I have no idea. Right, so just clean the head. Some dust there, but I don't think it's a big issue. Okay, let's test it again. This game works just fine, which is kind of a surprise because it didn't work at the original drive from the guy. Okay, this is no problem. Let's try a disc again that didn't work with the original drive and this one as well before cleaning the head. Okay, it does load now, it just doesn't do anything. So that doesn't... we can try it again, but I don't think this game will work. I'm not sure if it needs additional hardware or something. I can imagine that it requires more memory, because it's a disk about... with some sample data, so let's see what it does. Blitz 2 sound chip. Maybe I just have to wait longer. Could be. I think we just have to wait or something. Because it's a disc mag, so I think it's just the crunching or something, but I'm not sure because it loads up fine now. So let's just wait. Will it do anything? So. But anyway, no disk error anymore. So the question is, will other disks work then maybe on this drive? Because this drive seems to be working a lot better than the original one from the game. This one works as well. Works completely fine now. So that I think that means that this drive is working completely fine, as I said. but the original one isn't, and I wonder if I can do anything about that. I wonder if I can improve the original drive. So the question is, do I have an identical original drive? But I don't think so, because I think all of these are the same type and are different than that one from him. But it's already nice to see that we got so far. Yeah, these are all 09s, and his is a 01. So for some reason his drive isn't working properly anymore, but the 09s seem to work just fine. So maybe they are just made better, I'm not sure. You can tell. But this seems to work just fine, so I think I want to sell him one of my drives. Why is it resetting? I think it's memory. I really should do the upgrade. It's not that difficult. I will do it once, not now. Somewhere in the future. This is bits number 5. Let's see what this does. I guess everyone had a 512k in the Simple back then. Ah, come on. Okay. Just when you think you have got it done, you get another error. So let's see if it will work in my drive. Oh, I'm upside down. But I think it will give the same error. That's what I'm expecting here. Yeah, it's the same error, see? So it's not a drive problem, so we'll throw that away. I know maybe I shouldn't do that, but anyway. So the drive is okay. I'm certain of that. This drive is now fully functioning. So what I want to do is offer that to him. And I think I want to keep this one just to be able to maybe later on, if I find a similar one, see if I can find differences. For example, if I can find out what that regulator is for, the trim resistor. And what else could be wrong? I don't know. Then no more capacitors on this board, so I don't think that has anything to do with it. The only thing I would want to know is, will the motor make any difference? And there's no way for me to check at this moment. Well, maybe there is. The strange thing is, the hard thing is that this motor has a, oh, you cannot see it, this motor has a flat cable on it, soldered. And the other motors are different, and also don't have the flat cable, so no, I don't think that is good to swap out. But I think I will offer him this solution for now, and then later work on this drive again to find out if we can find a solution for these problems with this model. But for now, let's screw everything back together and get him a working drive and do some more testing to find out if it's completely stable. Alright, this one, that's 2, where's the longer one? I'm missing the longest screw now. Where did I leave the longest screw? I have absolutely no idea. Somewhere, there it is. Also wonder why the Western Digital controller didn't work in his board, on his board. But anyway, let's see if we can get this drive fully working for him. I think it is fully working. So let's first put a post-it on the one that isn't working completely. Originally from Soren. swapped caps, new belts, used now for hard drive, still not 100%. And today it's 29th of August, so these screws belong to this drive here. So it's kind of a pity that we cannot. Oh, this is not good what I'm putting here. What did I just do? I think I just screwed in the one that isn't working. So, making a mistake. It's no big problem. Can make mistakes. Yeah, so this is the 01. But, yeah, this should belong on here. It should say Soren somewhere, but I'm not sure where I just saw that. I think inside then. But anyway. Nope, upside down. Yep. It's completely closed now, it's not completely closed. So I'm messing things up here because it's a big mess and I should clean up. Right. Now we can put it in here. Right. So that's done. Let's do some final testing, and I think we can say that now this drive is good enough. But the issue still remains that the original drive doesn't work properly. But this drive does. Hey, good afternoon. So I spent quite a lot of time on this drive, and it's really hard to find out what it could be. I don't know. But I think this drive is just unreliable. I'm not sure what it could be. There are a lot of parts in it as well, so it could be anything. I'm just trying some more discs here, if there's anything interesting on it, to see if there's something that is interesting to try. Yeah, let's get no dot on it. Because I want to know if it works good enough. But I think this drive is completely reliable and okay. Okay, is there some music on this or something? I don't know, let's press something. I don't know. Okay, it works. And all these discs didn't work with the previous drive, so with that one here. So it really seems that the drive isn't okay. And we learned a lot about it today, but still the drive isn't reliable and just needs another drive. Unfortunately, I have a couple here, and of course some drives never work. So let's see if the disc works with my drive. It does. So it does seem that my drive is still a bit better than the other ones, although I really don't trust this disk here. So I'm going to give it another try in this one. No, for some reason it doesn't want to work, but it's the only one so far, you know, so let's go on with testing some disk here. If there's something useful in it. You can see that many disks that didn't work at all on this drive do work just fine now. Check if I can do something about the light here. Yeah, that's better. What's this? I don't know. What is this? Okay, I don't know what it is. Let's reset it and load something else. Let's see, compressor, balls, Eve demo. I tried to load a demo, but it doesn't work. What's wafer? What is this? What is it doing? Oh, cool. That's quite cool. Alright. So I think this drive is way better than the original one that the guy sent me, so I'm going to send him this one back. Let's write, I have all the details in the video here. Okay, what else did he send me? He sent me a micro drive. I want to work on that as well, but I have to check what the status was of all the other stuff here. He also sent me a printer, and I cannot do anything with that. So I think I'm going to grab the interface 1, the power supply, and the ZX Spectrum, of course. Where is my interface 1? It was somewhere here. Yeah, there it is. So most of the time the micro drives need some new rubber rollers, but also many of them need some new capacitors, and that's not a problem, capacitors, but the rollers are a problem these days because they're almost not available anymore. So let's see, let's do here. Let's first get some power. I think this one. Yep. I don't think I've ever tried this one on a Harlequin board, so that will be a first for me. Cool. I actually don't think it will work, because I think these had a regulator themselves for 9 volts to 5 volts, I think. I'm not sure. I thought it was the case here, but I don't see any regulator, so let's try it. Let's see if it works. Otherwise I have to grab just an ordinary ZX Spectrum. Won't be a big deal, but... And I need some correct video cables, which I have here. So let's see. Yeah, it works just fine. Found, okay. There's nothing on this micro drive cartridge, I think. Oh, it works, and that's one. Okay, it's 100 kilobytes, I think. Let's do a format. How would it work? I forgot. I forgot the command. Let's check it up. Let's look it up. So it's what command was it? Yeah. Okay, almost right. No. What? Oh, without the... Yeah, that's the way. Alright, more old school stuff, micro drives formatting. Alright, so I'm going to check his one in a second, and most probably it will need the cleaning of the head. And for that I have to remove the metal faceplate here, but we need heat for that, so I'm going downstairs for that in a second. Otherwise we cannot get it off. I will be back in a couple of minutes. 2 minutes, I think. So that was easy enough if you know what you're doing. So the top faceplate came off without any curls or something. So just use heat, that's very important. And then you see that there are two screws there holding the top part of the case, which we have to undo to be able to access the roller. And I have some new material here, new stuff that is quite dangerous to use, so I have to be careful, but which is meant to get the rubber roller as new again without replacing it. Come on, get off, get off, get off, get off. This much of a problem. Yep, it's open, and now get the LED out. Yep. Alright. So here's the roller, and it's old, but not that old. So what I want to do is, without touching it with my bare hands, I want to use a cut and swab and the stuff that we will be using in a minute. We have to clean the roller first. I know it's not the best thing to do, but I'm going to use alcohol because it dissolves most of the garbage. Then we're going to use the new rubber renew. And I'm going to do the same way without touching the stuff myself, because I don't want to, it's dangerous for your health. And maybe I should open up some more windows here before doing that. I've never used the stuff, but it should help with the drives getting back to work as good as they can. And before doing that, by the way, I'm also going to do a test, of course, to see if the drive does work at this moment, because it could be, for example, the ULA chip on this that is defective, or some other stuff. There's a ULA chip on this drive, this micro drive, but most of the time these capacitors need replacement, and that one as well. And the bad thing is that if you would detach all the board and the mechanism itself to replace this capacitor, then the chances are very high that you will break this flexible connector, which is really a pain to replace. So most probably I will try to replace the capacitor without getting the board out. First, let's do a test and see if this works. At this moment the micro drive works just fine, so let's see with this cartridge here what happens when we test it on this one. So it's in, power it on, and let's do a catalog first before formatting or anything else. We could even micro drive not present. Okay, that's because it's not correctly inserted, and that's a bad thing. That's mostly a sign of a bad voltage regulator or something else. No, it works. It's just I just have to hold it a bit because the case is not on, but it's still working. Yeah, it gets just without any problem. So I wonder if it's that bad, but we can find it out by doing another format. So we're formatting the cartridge on this drive now and see what the results are in a minute. And the first stage is what you just saw, is the black and white border stripes. That's the formatting itself. Then it will get to the start of the cartridge again, and then it will do a check. And if it still flickers, then you know that the formatting has worked just fine. If it's black border only, then formatting is bad. But this seems very good. So I don't think there is a big problem with this drive here. Now let's do another catalog, and let's see what the format with this drive actually is. So maybe it's just a matter of replacing or cleaning the rubber roller. It's the same capacity, so it's not a big problem. This drive is quite good. I wouldn't bother too much about it, but I think it's good to try to ask what kind of problems the guy himself had with this micro drive. And still, it's useful to replace the capacitors, so we'll do that. I will clean the rubber roller so it will be as new, and well, I think that's what we can do for this drive, and more. It's not much more we can do for it. So let's just start with replacing the capacitors. I think these are very tiny value ones. What was it? One microfarad or something, or less than a microfarad. So I will just grab the smallest ones I can find. 1 microfarad is good enough, but maybe I can grab 10 or something, because the ones I have are very small and good quality, so A quality capacitors, but still small in size, which is important because otherwise it will not fit. So let's replace those. Start with D2, and then the last one is that one. We'll do that after that. But it just works fine, as you can see. Let's start with the capacitors. And remember, old capacitors really must be swapped. If they're 30 years old, then there's absolutely no reason of keeping them in, except if you want to have the device still being in original state, but if you don't want to swap the capacitors out, then you shouldn't use that device at all. Just keep it on a shelf. Don't use it. Sorry for the noise, it was because of I needed to clean my soldering iron. Okay, the minus is at that side there. There's an indication on the board, so that's good. That's one. Let's see if I can suck out the holes. Not sure, but yes. Yep, that worked perfectly. Next one. Sometimes you wish you had 3 hands, don't you? No, I'm just joking. Right, let's get the new one in. So there's really not much space for them. Believe it or not, millions, maybe not millions, but tens of thousands of people have used microdrives in the past, even for professional purposes. And so I have plenty of them in stock, because many people in Holland even had a microdrive as well. Right, what's the second one? Let's clean it out as well. Yeah, one. I know I have a more professional tool for this, but for just 4 holes I'm not bothering. Alright, those are replaced. And the third one, without removing the board, because I hate doing that. Oh, and all this information about microdrives is in, on a page that I wrote as well. So if you want to know how to maintain these microdrives, then Google for microdrive refurbishment ByteDelight. You will find a webpage of that, with plenty of tips like these ones. Right, so those 2 are replaced. Now the third one, which is a bit harder because there are some cables going just over the legs of its legs, and I must be able to see where they're going. So I'm trading with more space of those cables. I think it's doable. It will be a bit hard, but I think we can just reach where we should be. And before replacing it, let's check the polarity. So minus is inside, aimed inside of the board. It doesn't want to get out here. I think it likes what I want to do with it. Not sure why. Let's try the other one, the other side. It's really a pain because there's so much components in the way. There's a diode just besides it. Where's my other screwdriver? There it is. I use these tiny screwdrivers all the time for these kinds of things. Oh, come on, stupid leg. Small legs here are in the way. Oh, wait, I was trying to touch the wrong leg with my soldering iron, hence it didn't come out. Now it is, but it's still hard. Yep, that's one side. It will be quite hard to remove the tin in these holes here. Okay, the part is out. That's one. Let's see if we can open the holes so it's easier to get a new part inside there. It's not easy. Why would I expect it to be easy? Yeah, it's open. Yeah, it's open. Yay, we did it. So we can put in one leg and with it there. Oh, when we're replacing it. Now let's see if we can do the same with the other side. Yeah, that's open as well. Right, perfect. 22 microfarads. I only have these bigger ones, and that's no problem because there's plenty of space there. So just making sure if we can easily reach those holes again. Don't make the legs too short because better keep them long this time. This is too long. It's a bit too much, right? Let's see if this is better. Yeah, this is a lot better. Right, so the new capacitor is on its location already, but let's see. I think we have to put it a bit up. So I don't expect this to make any change because these are the same values, so it should still work the same way, and the drive wasn't bad. I will send the guy an email to ask if he had any problems with his drive. I didn't see any problems. Right, so a new capacitor in there as well. Just making sure there are no shorts or something, because the space is very tiny. So last thing is what we're going to do is use the rubber renew stuff, dangerous stuff, you know. People say you should wear gloves, but I want to try very carefully to do that without gloves, just by using a tiny bit of this rubber renew stuff, so this stuff here, on the roller without touching anything. So that's what I want to do. So let's be very careful with this. I don't want to spoil anything with this stuff. Oh. First I'm going to open some extra windows here. Just to make sure I'm not killing myself with the fumes. There are some... let's read what's on this. They put a sticker on it. What a stupid assholes. Why on earth would you put a sticker on warning labels, you know? Stupid. Anyway. Okay. It says, maybe fatal if swallowed. Wow. Causes skin irritation, so don't touch it. Serious eye irritation. Wow. So, you really have to be careful with this stuff. I'm getting second thoughts of using it, but so I want to be very careful. This is not opening this way. I really was hoping I could open it this way, but there is some stuff on the sides here. I don't like it at all. To be honest, I don't like this at all. I really don't feel. I don't feel safe. So let's think of a way of making sure I will stay safe here. Of course, if you know what you're doing and you're being very careful, it doesn't really have to be an issue. But for example, it's already hard to open up this bottle here, and I don't like it at all. So oh, it smells. What I want to do is be able to just dip it in a bit, very carefully, and keep a distance from it. And just put it on this here. And I'm keeping my distance. Okay, let's throw this away and let's close the bottle. So, that one is gone. Now the question is, how fast can you see the difference? And do you have to clean it afterwards? That's another thing I want to know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some Googling on YouTube and type in rubber renew and see if I can find a document about this. Rubber renew, okay, I've read this before. The guys even...
Rubber renew. I've never used it before. Heard so many good things. It does stink. You can smell it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is he using it with his bare hands then? Crazy. This is crazy. It says it causes skin irritation. So why are you using this with your bare hands?
Try cleaning.
No one tells him to. It's just stupid, you know, if you do that.
Nice and supple. Not leave it as about. And I suspect rubber idlers too. I should go coat my idlers in.
Anyway, I got a full crate of micro drives, so I've plenty of more stuff to do with that. Oh, this is, I think, no, it's a different video. Anyway, restoring a pinch roller. Whoa, stop it. With rubber renew.
Take precautionary measures against static discharge. Avoid breathing vapors. Back rubber.
Look, he's using gloves. And what you can see is that that roller looks very, very old and dried out. And I really wonder what happens after he puts it on. Let's put it forward. Can we see the difference before and after, please? Oh, where's the close-up then?
The rag is getting dirty.
You can still see the roller looks old, but it can still be used. But and look at this picture here. This doesn't look much better. I would have just sourced a new roller, but anyway.
And alcohol can be used to clean rubber parts, but it does dry them out. And if it's used repeatedly all the time, it will damage them over the long term factor. I wanted to get one that should do it to play.
Alright, this is another really representative video, I think. I've seen this video already. Rubber softening experiment. But there are not many videos about this, you know. That's a pity. What does this one say? Terrible music. Okay, this is not important as well. no, there's not much to find about this stuff that I'm trying to use. So okay, let's just remove it. All right. I wonder if I can see a difference. It still smells a bit, so I'm a bit careful with getting closer. But it feels like it's a bit softer on all the sides now. So I think it's better. The only thing that I don't know is how much of the stuff you need. But I think this must have been enough. So let's do another check, another test after replacing these capacitors and renewing the rubber roller and see what happens. Come on. Okay, it's on. Let me just switch over to the other camera here. Right. It sounds a lot softer. The complete sound is really very gentle now. It's not cracking anymore. So it does seem to make a big difference if you hear the noise, the difference in sound. Let's save some programs. Let's do some tests. First, for example, for one, for A is okay. I want to have some garbage on screen that we can save and then can load repeatedly. So 10 for A is 1 to 20 step. Oh, let's make it 255 step 10 plot 0, x, I think it's A, 0, draw 0, 175, next A. Let's see. This is what I want. Okay. And I want to create different screens with different steps. So this will be printed up. Okay. For B is 1, 2, yeah, why not? 10 to 50, step 5, 30, save. Screen plus str string, where's str string? Yeah, B, screen string, yeah, that works. 40 next B. Okay, let's do this. So we're going to save several screens. Oh, this will, well, you have to wait because I have to do a clear screen in between. Okay. It will save a couple of screens. That's one. Maybe this is too slow. Let's do a bigger step. Let's do step 15. We just need a couple of screens, not more than that. Right into read file. That's because it's already on the. Okay. Oh, right. Well, 25 then. And the second file. And the third file. Oh, that's odd. Okay, I didn't want to have the. Okay, list 20. I forgot something. Let's do a step B. That's what I wanted. I forgot that. And here, let's do it again and format the cartridge in between. Just wait for it. Okay. Okay, now we're going to save the files. This should work just fine, I think. So we get 10, 25, 40, and I think 3 screens only, but it's good enough. I'm just holding the cartridge so it won't come out because there's no case in it, which usually helps with that. That's 1, that's 2. And the last one. So we have 3 files of 7 kilobytes, about that size. I can do one more. I can say save MD, M1, and then S1. Why not? Screen string. So we do one more with this on screen. Okay, then we do new, and let's check what's on the cartridge now. It's 2019 and I'm using a microdrive cartridge with 99 kilobytes on it of maximum storage capacity. So here we can see the 4 files, 1, 10, 25 and 40, 10, load, M, 1, screen string, 20, load, 10, oh S10 of course, S10 sorry, S10, and S1, S1, 30, load, S25, and the last one 40, load S40. 50 go to 10. So let's do this. So it will load 4 files after each other and then continue to do that. Follow found. What? S1, S10, S25 and S40. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, small. I put caps lock on. Sorry. Ah, no. Wrong button. Caps lock S. No. Del S. Yes. Alright. Small mistake. Don't you just love basic? Here we go. Take some time, as you can see. Hey, it's not complete. Why is that? That's odd. Oh, it is. Okay. I think we can increase the speed of this by just loading the next one. So load. I'm not sure if this works. Maybe it does. Let's see if it works. Invalid name. Ah, it doesn't. Okay, it's not like loading from tape and trying to load the next file. I thought there was a way of doing this, but anyway. It doesn't matter, it works, and the drive is okay. I don't see any problem with it anymore. Not that I found one in the beginning, but anyway, it's okay. The roller has been renewed. I hope it's good enough for years to come. Really feels soft, so it's good enough. So let's close it up. It smells very badly, this stuff. You can really smell it, even after some time. So I'm kind of glad I can close this up. Yep. Let's put in the 2 screws here. question is what the best way would be to put this back. Maybe it's still good enough to just put it on. Let's see. That's good enough. Because it hasn't been misformed or something, which yeah, so the only thing is it just has to stick on it for a bit, and I think this is like it was. It's a bit different, but I think it's good enough. I don't see any problem with this. It's not the worst microdrive case I've ever seen, so I could give it a quick clean with some water. I will not use alcohol on this. That would be stupid because you will dissolve the paint on it. You don't want to do that, so just some water. Don't put anything else on it. This cleans up quite a lot already. That's very good. I'm doubting a bit if the glue on its back is good enough. So maybe I should put some new adhesive tape on it. I'm not sure, but it looks quite well. Let me show you on camera. So I don't think this is a very bad looking one. And okay, when light's on, you can see it's there are some spots that are bad, but without light effects here, let's try it in a different corner, different angle. Sorry. Okay, this is quite good for an original microdrive, I think. I'm not bothering with that anymore. So yeah, there should be some new adhesive stuff on it. So let's grab my finished piece of double adhesive here. And I really want just a tiny amount. I don't want much on it. And I'm not using tacky stuff or something else. I just want to have it stick again to the case, and not more than that. This is way good enough. All right. One reason for this is that you don't want to have it stick too much, because you will never get it off again if you need to. All right, so and that corner is, for some reason that corner doesn't want to stick very well. I'm using my t-shirt here. Let's see if it's better now. Yeah, it's better. I won't touch this again. Right. So this is just working completely fine. I don't see any problem with it. So let's close it up and see what else I can do for this guy here. There's a large list that he with stuff he asked me, so I have to get through that again. So I think I will quit the stream for now and will get into his emails and get in contact with him so I can finish up. There's plenty more stuff to repair. We'll come back to that later, I think tomorrow, because I have some stuff here from other people that are waiting for it quite a long time. But also I have to work on Spectronets again. Last week I did a batch of 25, and now I have to do a batch of 30, which is even more, and that have to be done within 2 days. So I'm still doing a lot of work, but I think I have to do some more repairs in the meantime, and I'm not ready yet. I have to do some mills, I have to do lots of other things. Got a lot of stuff out this morning, but I'm not ready yet. So thank you for watching for now, and I will be back I think tomorrow with some more live streaming. So bye and thank you.